Hi, besties. Welcome to my channel. I host the podcast Scintillating Moments with Viv. Yes, I do. So, this is the face you've been seeing behind the voice. Well, I said the face behind the voice you've been hearing of as well. How you doing? There's a long awaited project. Like, really, it's been a long awaited project. You've been looking out for this, you've been requesting for this. You know, those podcasters that do not want to be seen but they just want to stay behind the camera and say every single thing they have in mind. I'm one of them. I happen to be one of them. And it has been like that for years now. So to start this 2024, we decided to go live. Like, wow. So this is me overcoming my fears of not being not being seen, but always saying my mind. This time around, visible. Yes, you're seeing me, and I'm going to be saying all those stuff that I always say, and even better, I'm going to be saying much better things and real things. So I host the podcast Intimating Moments with you, like I've always said. So this is your first time of course, seeing me on YouTube because this is my first YouTube video. Oh, can I get some claps? All right, thank you. So, on this channel, one thing I promise you is that you're going to be hearing a lot of relatable things. You're going to be discussing a lot of relatable stuff, and it's going to be a channel where you're open to ask questions, you send in questions like you always do on my podcast, and then we treat those topics and we try to understand things. We discuss every aspect of life. That is why I say on my podcast is always relatable stuff. So if you're that person that wants to have a wonderful weekend, like a weekend, we want to relax over hearing something, yeah, of course, you can always tune into my podcast. And as you're listening now, you just click on the subscribe button and subscribe. Thank you so much. And of course, share with your friends so that they can subscribe and be happy because I'm here to make you happy. And surely you're going to be getting a lot of informative things. It's going to be so educative. You're going to learn a lot of things in this channel, health wise, career wise, different aspects of life, social life. You know, if you've always listened to my podcast, you will know that we touch different aspects of life and we deal with matters as they are. We do not try to like cover some things. No, no, no. We just treat them and then we know that we've treated them. And so since this is my first YouTube video and you're all seeing it, I want to say thank you for tuning in now. And of course, like I promised my listeners on Scintillating Moments with Eve, of course, if you've not um listened to me before on my podcast, you can as well tune in on Anchor FM and search for Scintillating Moments with Viv. You can also check me out on Spotify. You can check me out on Google Podcasts. Yes, you always get me there and other platforms. I would add a link to this video where you can um, see my works and listen to them, of course. So we've done a lot of topics and they're always nice. And I promise my listeners that we are going to be discussing marriage because it's like important, a popular demand. Yeah, it came as a popular demand. A lot of people have been asking me, why not talk about marriage? You try to talk about it and you just go and talk about the surface or you just pick one aspect and talk about. I want you to discuss it like fully. Tell us your opinion about marriage. And then I told them that my next podcast is going to be on YouTube and that will be launching our YouTube channel and there I'm going to talk about marriage. But today, not to bore all of us, just going to talk about marriage in few minutes. We'll just talk about the understanding of the concept of marriage. If you're able to understand the concept of marriage, then we'll now delve further into the topic marriage. Okay, so thank you. So, what is marriage? What is marriage all about? You know, why I always run away from this topic is because a lot of people say you're not married, you're giving people marital advice. But come to think of it, it's people that are not married, people that are not in a relationship, people that are not into stuff that give the best advice. But I'm not coming from that aspect anyway. I'm coming from the aspect of reality. We're going to define what marriage is. I've taken my time to study this thing, and that is why I didn't just bump into it. And God helping me today, we're going to discuss a lot of it, and it's going to be eye opening to all of us. Okay, so what is marriage? I try to check the meaning of marriage from Oxford Dictionary so that it's not something that I'm just bringing in and bumping into us like, take this, like garbage in, garbage out. It doesn't just make sense. So, like, what is the understanding of marriage? What is marriage all about? So, marriage is a legally or formally recognized union of two people as partners in a personal relationship. Let's take note of that meaning again, a legally or formally recognized union of two people. That means it involves two people as partners. You're deciding to go into partnership with each other in a personal relationship. That last clause there, please take note of it. We're still going to talk about it. And then it says, historically or in some jurisdiction, specifically, it is a union between a man and a woman. Hmm. Should we talk about a man and a woman? Okay, let's skip that. Let's take the first aspect. Okay, now you see, take note of the fact that it says your marriage is a personal thing. It says in a personal relationship. And that is where most people start getting it wrong. Marriage ought to be a personal relationship between you and your partner. Is your marriage a personal relationship between you and your partner? That is the first question you should answer. Do you intend, or if you intend going into marriage, because I would even advise people that are not yet married to listen to this. If you intend going into marriage, is do you intend that your marriage is going to be a personal relationship? If you're into marriage already, do you intend that your marriage is going to be a personal relationship between you and your partner? There is no is the marriage thing is not supposed to be a three-way thing or a general thing. Babe, like people are trying to like not talk about their families outside, not engage others in their marriage. You shouldn't be the one engaging people in your marriage. A lot of things can go wrong engaging people in your marriage. We're not here to talk about it now, but I just want to point that out because it struck me that marriage is actually a personal relationship. Okay, it's between you and your partner. And then personally, I feel that marriage is a journey because on my podcast I talk about what I feel personally or what I know personally. Personally, I feel marriage is a journey of bliss, you know, a journey of growth. Mhm. And of course, it should be a journey of fruitfulness. Fruitfulness. Let's not just go over the corner of giving birth and all that. Apart from giving birth, apart from multiplying, because someone will soon tell me, go into the world and multiply. Of course, I'm a Christian. We'll go into the world and multiply. We'll multiply in marriage. That is beautiful, excellently beautiful. But now, I'm saying that marriage should be something, a journey that has growth in it. It should be between two people that are willing, they are ready. They know that, oh my God, I'm willing, I'm ready to work things out with you. I'm ready to love you. I'm ready to be with you. I'm ready to sacrifice for you. I'm ready to understand you. Understanding is a very important aspect of marriage that you cannot even talk about marriage fully and not understand and not talk about understanding. Come to think of it, in marriage, you see a lot of people say, I love her, I love her. Why do you love the person? I do not even know, but I just love the person. You know, that's love of a thing. There's some people say love is blind, or you get blind when you're in love. Yeah. A lot of people say love is this, love is that, love is the other thing. But love alone cannot sustain a marriage. Okay? There are a lot of things that sustain a marriage, but love alone can't sustain a marriage. Very importantly, understanding plays a very important role in marriage. We're still going to come to the aspect of the things that would help us sustain a marriage. But for now, when you are in a marital relationship with someone, that whatever you have with the person should be something that is going to bring out the very best version of you every single day. Does it make sense? This person understands me. He understands my flaws. He's ready to help me build. Two people that are willing to build each other. Two people that are willing to tolerate each other, two people that are not willing, that are not going to go the other way of talking down on this person. I'm not going to talk down on you because I consider you a lot. I know that whatever I'm going to say to you is going to affect you mentally. So I'm going to try my best to be good to you. I'm going to talk to you in a way that I would love you to talk to me. But the thing there is that how many of us love ourselves or even consider ourselves? Most of us have these how do I put it? We have those problems with ourselves. We have a lot of problems with ourselves. We do not even understand ourselves. We do not even um, pray for ourselves. We do not even love ourselves that much. Then how can you treat your partner? That comes with the aspect of preparation, like preparing for marriage. Marriage is not something you just rush into. I told someone, I was discussing with someone one day, and then I told someone that marriage is all about choice, it's not need. And the person was like, what? How do you explain it to me? And I said, yes, marriage is all about choice. I choose to be with you. I choose to grow with you. I choose to love you. I choose to understand you. I choose to build you. I choose to build with you. It's not because I need you, because I feel like in the next 10 years I'm going to be here if I'm with this person. No, that is not the aspect. That is not it at all. So it's all these things, the problems you see in marriage starts coming with lack of proper understanding of what marriage is. If you're able to understand what marriage is, as a husband, you're supposed to love your wife, love her. You're supposed to be the you're supposed to love her the way Christ loves her church. That is unconditional. As a wife, you're supposed to love your husband as well. You're supposed to respect your husband as well. So if you do not understand what marriage is, if you don't understand the different spheres of marriage and what is expected of you in marriage, how would you keep a healthy home? How would you build a healthy marital relationship with your partner? So that brings me to the topic we're going to be talking about in my next episode, which is very interesting a topic. The topic is about preparing yourself for marriage. It is in preparation of oneself for marriage that one now gets to understand fully what he or she is going into. Knowing that it's not a child's play, it is a journey of, like I say, it as a journey of forever. It's not a journey of, okay, when things are bad, we go, and when things are okay, we come back. I see it as a journey of forever. So if you're not seeing your marriage with your partner as a journey of forever, a journey of bliss, a journey of growth, a journey that is going to bring out a better version of you, fruitfulness of all forms, physically, spiritually, socially, in all manner, in all aspects of life, then there is a problem. And the problem is always in preparation of oneself. The foundation, once the foundation is not properly laid, a lot of problems get to arise. So I'm so happy you're able to listen down to this point, and I hope you're going to tune in next time to my podcast on Scintillating Moments with Eve here on YouTube. We'll meet you next time, and then we'll be talking about preparation of oneself for marriage. Because if you're a young girl that is ready to get married, or a young guy that is wanting to get married, you should prepare yourself for marriage, okay? And of course, if you're into marriage already, yes, you're ready into it, but there's no need making mistakes and going ahead. There are still some things that you would learn from this podcast, which would help you build a better home. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. Stay blessed. Mwah.